What's going on, everybody? My name is Tomas. Since the success of my unboxing of the Sony PlayStation 2, I thought I would follow up with that and do an unboxing of the Nintendo Gamecube. This system was originally released in November of 2001. It was the follow-up to Nintendo's success of the Nintendo 64. This system plays quite closely to my heart because it came out around the time when I was just about graduating high school, and they started to bring some high quality graphics at the time through the Nintendo Gamecube. One of the titles that I was most excited about was Resident Evil 0, and that thing just blew my mind on the graphics of that thing. Another thing that I played quite a bit was Luigi's Mansion. Feel free to leave me a comment down below letting me know what game you played, if you played the Nintendo Gamecube. I'm kind of interested to see if you actually played this system and what game you spent the most time on. Now, as we talk about games, the most popular game on the Nintendo Gamecube was Super Smash Bros. Melee. It was the follow-up to the game that came out on Nintendo 64, and it wasn't as popular. Well, it was the most popular and probably brought why you know of Super Smash Bros. Now if you're not familiar with this gaming system at all, if you're a younger generation and whatnot. Getting into the box, the first thing that you see or would have seen when you got a Nintendo Gamecube is the power supply. It is external in nature. These systems originally shipped in a purple dolphin color. I have the black version here. These things were powered through your TV through a component video adapter. Here is the documentation. This is so it's like a time travel trip here, because you can see that the Nintendo Gamecube and instruction booklet and warranty information and everything like that. I've just been able to maintain the actual documentation. As you can see, Luigi's Mansion was probably one of the most popular titles on this, second to Super Smash Bros. Melee. So with getting the documentation out of the way, we're going to get into the box itself. The cool thing about the Nintendo Gamecube that I thought was the actual handle on the system. It just promoted the fact that this was meant to be traveled with. And with the Nintendo 64, I used to have to pack that up, put it in a plastic bag, ride on my bike to my friend's house, and play games together, because that's how you did multiplayer games back in the day. I know it's kind of a weird concept without the internet. The Nintendo Gamecube did have limited internet connectivity, if I do remember. I was never privy to having the ability to play online with the Nintendo Gamecube, because it's just something that wasn't a part of my life in 2001. You can see the controller here is a really nice ergonomic feel to it. This was probably one of my favorite controllers that Nintendo ever produced, because it just felt good in the hand when you were playing, and you could reach all of the directional buttons and whatnot, and it was just a nice controller. I do remember fondly using the C directional button here in Luigi's Mansion to use the vacuum and whatnot. That was fun. So without any further ado, let's get into the system itself. As you can see, it's a really nice, it was a really nice console at the time of its inception and when it hit the market, because you got the open button. Looks like I got a game in there. It looks like a port of Resident Evil 2. The Gamecube was powered by an IBM PowerPC CPU that was clocked in at 486 megahertz, and the GPU within the Gamecube was an ATI flipper that was 162 megahertz of pure power at the time. And it's still kind of awesome to see the graphics that are produced by such an old system, considering it is almost 7 years old from its last production. I did get this around in 2002, so I didn't get the initial push of the Gamecube systems. In 2007, the Nintendo Gamecube was discontinued. At that point, it was succeeded by the Nintendo Wii. The Nintendo Wii wasn't as good of a system, in my opinion. The only thing that it offered that was plus over the Nintendo Gamecube was its wireless and internet connectivity, and even at that point, it wasn't It wasn't anything special, and it still isn't anything special. As I close this video out, feel free to drop me a comment down below of what title you played if you were lucky enough to play this system in its prime. I'm interested to know a little bit more about you, my audience, and to find out to see if we have anything in common. Anyways, I'm going to close this video out. Feel free to drop me a thumbs up if you liked it, and hit the other one if not. Thank you for taking the time to watch. I am Tomas, and I'll catch you in the next one.